All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Most Excellent Entertainment. I'm your host, Keith, and joining me this week, all the way from the UK, we have Aaron and Grace from the band When Rivers Meet. They're a really cool blues rock band, husband and wife team. And Aaron is here right now, but Grace will be joining us shortly. So, how's it going, man?
Oh, all good. Yeah, like I say, I just want to apologise, Grace. Our little baby, he's only 5 weeks old. He decided
Oh,
to wake
wow.
up. Yeah,
So,
literally, just decided to wake up right now, and of course she's now indisposed. But hopefully
yes,
she'll be with us shortly.
awesome, man. So, wow, he's brand new.
Yeah, he's
Um,
brand new, man. He's brand new. Yeah.
awesome. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. So, yeah, that's that. I think that's kind of an interesting dynamic of what you guys have going on because you're clearly a live act. You go out and you play shows, and you also have a family, and you got a brand new baby, and you're a couple. And how does all that how does all that balance out?
It's kind of really cool because, well, we've been together. Grace and I have been together for like 21 years now, I think it is, and we only decided to have a family like this year, or last year, should I say? And uh, I think building that, we just kind of decided how's that going to go when we're on the road and whatever else, and we thought one we can deal with, so that's I think we'll stop at one and we'll
That
see what
works.
happens. No, that's all cool, man. It's all cool.
Yeah. So, man, 21 years. Uh, so did the relationship come before the music, or was it kind of a simultaneous thing, or how did that develop?
Yeah, so when we met down my local pub, funnily enough,
Okay.
and Grace started working behind the bar, and I was a punter, and it was a blues rock pub, so it was really cool. So we had
Yeah.
some really cool bands coming in there playing really cool music, and like Zeppelin and Cream and Guns N' Roses, Nirvana, all the greats,
Yeah.
and I was in a couple of rock bands myself at the time as well, and we just like just local stuff,
Sure.
and we got chatting on her first night that she worked, and literally first of all, that Elvis was playing on the jukebox, and
Yeah.
it's like we were both like, "Oh, you gotta love a bit of Elvis, don't you?" Like this sort of thing, and then that was it. We just started chatting, and yeah, it kind of took off from there. But yeah,
Yeah.
so our relationship started way before our music together started. I mean, she was in a blues band, a country band, a Meatloaf tribute band, all this sort of stuff. Anyway,
Nice.
so
Nice.
so it kind of really worked. But we didn't actually start writing together or doing anything together for about 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Well,
So
10 years, probably not that long, but getting on
yeah.
for a bit.
So you guys were doing separate things, and it
Yeah.
just didn't. Um, so when did the decision happen to kind of like what sparked that to start working together? Because I
Well,
mean,
I mean,
obviously she has an extremely powerful voice. Like you got to
yeah.
hear that and be like, I want to work with her. You know?
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, I was just doing stuff for fun,
Yeah. Yeah.
and she was doing, well, she was doing stuff for fun, but she was also like heading, that was her career, and she was going for it and all that, and it was kind of like I didn't really, well, we neither of us really thought about what we'd do together,
Yeah.
um, until we moved. So I'm from Norfolk, and Grace was from Cambridgeshire, which is just across the border from where I was, and we moved down to Essex together, and it kind of like hit off from there. It was like, well, shall we start doing stuff together then? So I was like, "Yeah, all right, and let's give it a go." And it took a while, man. Like trying to
Yeah.
write together was difficult, but
Yeah.
we got over the bump. We found our vibe, shall we say, of how we write together, and then we clicked on from there.
That's awesome. And one of the things that I've noticed about your songs, listening to them, is you have this knack for like you lock into a groove and then you kind of try to think of how you guys do it because it's hard to but you lock
Yeah,
into a
yeah,
groove and then you kind of repeat the melody and that's the
yeah,
hook and it really grabs people, you know, it grabs the listener. um
yeah.
I would, I guess if you could just kind of, is that something you set out to do, like write something that's strong and powerful but that also people can, you know, sticks in
Relate
your
to.
head. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things is like the influences that we've both had, over the years.
Sure.
I mean, her major influence was soul music to start with, and my influences were like blues, country, and rock.
Okay.
So, and obviously hers was country too. But I think it was like when we started writing things together, it was like, well, we want to take these influences. I mean, one of my the very first CD I ever got was John Lee Hooker, and
Okay.
it's
Sure.
just like, oh, so blues, like repeat,
Yeah.
riff, all that sort of, and I love that. I riff all day, it's so cool.
Yeah.
And we just kind of like brought our favorite bits of the elements that we love from so many great artists and bands out there from the past
Yeah.
and current as well, actually. And like literally just like put it together on what makes sense to us and how we write and how we can portray something together.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's formally on our minds of how we're writing. And one of the things that we do when we write is because of the way we write, we kind of have an idea, we
Yeah.
separate. Grace kind of does the music, and I do the lyrics, which
Okay.
most people think it's the other way around, but for us, it just works that way.
Okay.
And then we come back together, see what we got, mash it together, and if it starts to work and flow, and we love it, we carry on. And if we don't get it or whatever else, just scrap it and move on to the next one. So
Okay.
that's kind of how we've always worked.
Nice. Nice. So, how would you say like the songwriting partnership and the music itself has evolved over time?
Oh, I'd say, yeah, it has evolved. I think every album is a kind of where we are at the time. So, like for instance, the first EPs that we did were very bluesy, but then the first album that we did was much more Americana. you know. And then the next one, Saving Grace and Aces, were a lot more rocky. So it's just kind of like where we were at the time when we were recording the album, or how we felt. And over the past well, it's been what 7 years since we started writing from the EP, for instance, 2019. Um, yeah, it's evolved a lot, and then now these last two albums, we've brought in our producer and our drummer, and we're co-writing with them as well. So the last two albums have had a lot of influence from them as well, which is really cool.
Cool. Yeah, and I was gonna ask about that too. So it's the two of you are clearly the face of the music. Um, do you have a regular band that you guys play and record with, or is it the two of you and you bring in like a rotating cast?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I mean, but originally it was just us,
Yeah.
and then we, like you say, we did rotate like different musicians. Apart from, well, I say the drummer because he didn't start off on the drums; he started off on keys.
Okay.
Um, and it's one of the things, we were playing some shows and stuff, and then we were all of a sudden we was like, "What's going on? Who's that playing drums?" And it was the keyboard player. It's like, "Oh my god, he was amazing!"
Right.
What, we didn't
Okay.
even know he played drums. And he
Nice.
said, "No, that's my main thing." It was like, "Oh man!" So, needless to say, unfortunately, when our drummer for some reason couldn't make it, well, he had COVID. He couldn't make
Okay.
it
Yeah.
to a show or two. The keyboard player Foxy stepped in, and it kind of stuck with that then. And the other drummer went on. He's in a ACDC tribute band and stuff like that. So he's loving it. He's loving
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. For sure.
But yeah. So and then our producer, he didn't. He was always our producer since 2019, but
Okay.
he didn't join our band because he was very much a hermit. He didn't want to go out. He didn't want to play. He used to, but he didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was very much into metal, real heavy metal,
Okay.
when he was young.
Yeah.
And then we went through a couple of bass players, and then he said to us one time, because I'd love to come out and play bass with you at some point. But really? we had no idea, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, cool, yeah. So you know that kind of evolved in its own way, and then he come joined us on bass, and now we've got another guitarist and a keys player play for us now as well. So
Nice.
yeah, but I mean that's as a 6 piece, but we go out as a 4 piece, and we're going out as a 3 piece on this next tour coming up. So just
Okay.
me, myself, Grace, and Foxy, our drummer. So yeah, we're kind of it's kind of cool, just like doing all sorts of different things.
Yeah, for sure. Um, and so obviously you have to change the arrangements of the songs depending
Yeah,
on how many musicians you're out
yeah.
there playing with. So how does that work? Like what are the bones of it that have to be there, and then what can you
Well,
kind
I
of
mean, yeah, I mean, basically, when Rivers Meet is basically based around the guitar,
Mhm.
mandolin, fiddle, our two voices, and
Sure.
anything around that, you know, we can adapt to, you know, to play from either a duo, which we done a tour last year. Was it last year, year before, as a duo, and then coming up to 3 piece, 4 piece, now 6 piece. So yeah, but as long as it's got us as the element, I
Yeah.
suppose, because we're when rivers meet, and then anything else can just join in and make a bigger sound or less of a sound. I don't know.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, that's cool. Um, so when you talked about COVID, this kind of just hit me. Your first EPs or whatever came out in 2019.
Yeah,
That's right when things were kind of
yeah,
shut
man.
down and stuff.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, 2019, we just released our first EP, The Uprising.
yeah.
And get this, man, we quit our day jobs, right? We bought this old
Oh,
van, turned it into a turned it into a camper van. So we was
yeah.
like, I'm gonna tour around, you know, sleep with the guitars and all whatever else, and just tour
Right.
around, play music, and you know, because you got to go out of your local area and just go everywhere we can in the van. And then all of a sudden, COVID hit, and I was like, oh, you know,
Man.
like
Yeah.
lost everything, obviously, like everybody did. And it was like we
Yeah.
didn't know what we were going to do. You know, it was like one of those. It was a surreal time. It was an awful time, but a
Yeah.
surreal time at the same time. And yeah, we saw some other people live streaming, and we just within 2 weeks, and we thought let's just jump on and do a live stream, and it kind of went from there, really.
Right on. Hey, I mean, a lot of artists did stuff like that. There were people doing shooting whole videos with different people in different
Yeah,
houses. It was it
yeah,
was
yeah,
neat how people pulled it together.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so obviously once COVID, the restrictions started kind of lifting, that must have you could finally get out there and show the music to people, and you probably
Well,
had some new stuff, right? I mean,
Well, this is it. The thing is, like during COVID, and then I don't know what it's like in the States, but
yeah,
over here, we got to the point where you could like bubble up with another household kind of thing. So you could have
sure,
one household with another.
yeah,
So what we did, we decided to go and live with our producer for months,
oh,
and then we
okay,
recorded an album.
nice.
So,
There you
you know,
go.
he lived in the middle of nowhere, so there was no one about, and it was like we just bubbled up with him. We
Yeah,
lived in our van, and he was in his place, and we just stayed there, recorded our first album basically.
yeah,
Then,
awesome.
yeah, so that was it, and then we booked a tour throughout that, got a load of PR and stuff because we when we recorded it was like, do you know what? We think this is pretty good, you
Yeah,
know. So it's like I think we need to get this out there, you know. So yeah, we did, and then we booked a tour. We didn't have a band at the time.
right,
What
right.
are we gonna do? Let's find a band, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it just went from there, really.
nice, nice. So, you guys are a fully independent
Yeah,
act, right?
yeah,
And I one thing that I've noticed about the UK charts, it seems like with bands like you guys and what's the as December falls,
yeah.
um,
Oh yeah,
you guys chart over there. Like it
yeah.
seems like the UK charts are a lot more welcoming. I don't know to independent acts the way that they're structured. Um, do you think that's a pretty big benefit? Like how to get your music out and get it seen because there's no independent blues rock bands charting in the US. That's just not happening,
Oh man,
So
that's a shame.
yeah, it's
That's
just
a real
not how it
shame.
works over here.
Yeah,
And I guess so last year because I wanted to, really know what I was talking about a little bit in
yeah,
this 29% of the acts that charted on the UK charts were fully independent, no backing by labels. So to
Yeah,
me, that's a really cool thing, man. Like
it
almost
is.
30%, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, it's so freeing, to be honest,
Yeah.
because like we've had offers from like major labels and we said no, you know,
Yeah.
because we're quite happy as we are. Because for us, this is a lifestyle. It's not like anything else. We kind of make our own decisions, do what we want to do, record the music we want to record. Um, you know, and it is nice to be able to do it, you know,
Yeah.
because if it, I don't know, the other option would be to sign with a label. I'm not saying it's the wrong choice or the right choice. It's just, you know, at the time how you feel, isn't it? And
Yeah.
um, yeah, I mean, it's a shame like over there in the States, then you can't, you know, you can't be independent. I don't know,
Yeah. I
man.
mean,
Yeah,
it's the machine over here more than you know, so much
yeah.
of our charts now are based on streaming, and it's hard for
Oh,
small independent acts to even break
yeah,
through on streaming. Whereas, you know, over there, there's I mean, you guys still count physical album sales
yeah,
heavily in your charts, and it's
yeah.
really not
Absolutely.
how it works over here anymore, unfortunately.
No, our
Yeah.
streaming numbers are not great at all. You know,
Yeah,
all our stuff is literally physical. It's like CDs and vinyl. You know,
right.
because I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but you know, listening to a vinyl is so much more, you know,
Yeah,
real, isn't it? You know, and you
yeah,
got that
absolutely.
physical vinyl in your hand, and you're looking at the pictures, and oh, mate, you know,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, my mom, my uncle had passed away, and he left my mom some records, and she had "Monster" by Steppenwolf. That
Oh,
thing,
yeah,
oh man! I mean, I know it doesn't have a reputation as being a great record, but that freaking sleeve
yeah,
was insane, man.
yeah, man.
Like
Yeah.
as a little kid looking at that thing, like, oh
And how excited were you when you found that? You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, it was
Yeah,
amazing.
you
You
can't
know?
do that with streaming, can you? You know,
Yeah,
it's
no, not at all.
oh,
Yeah,
they're magic moments. Oh, yeah,
yeah,
that's great. Yeah, that's really
yeah,
cool. That's really cool.
definitely. So yeah, obviously, I mean, putting out physical stuff is an important part of what you guys do. So that's I appreciate it personally.
Mm.
I have almost 5,000 CDs and a couple hundred albums. So
Yeah,
yeah, big stereo. So
yeah,
yeah, I'm still, you know, living
yeah.
in the 90s at the most recent. So it's pretty cool.
That
Um
was all.
so you mentioned some of your influences and stuff. Who would you say like are the biggest influence as far as shaping the band's sound on your end, and also like who influenced you to pick up an instrument and start making music and singing and all that stuff?
Well, there's quite a few. I
Yeah,
mean, I started off as a singer and then picked up a guitar sort of later on, kind of thing. And but my main influences from my dad's side, for instance, I grew up listening to Elvis and Buddy Holly and Johnny Cash,
sure.
Kenny Rogers, people like that, you know. Um, but from my own from what I found, like I say, John Lee Hooker. As soon as I heard boom boom boom, I was like, "What is that?" You know, it's like, "What? That's amazing!" You know.
Yeah,
So, and then I fell into Cream and Led Zeppelin. My favorite band of all time are Guns N' Roses. You know, so
sure.
I feel like I've got a wide variety of like country, Americana, rock, and blues.
Yeah,
Like sort of like really just that's all I want to hear, kind of thing. You know, that's what influences me the most. I know Grace, like I say before, she was very much into
yeah.
soul music, and I'm just trying to think of the Dusty Springfield and people like that. You know,
Okay,
uh,
sure.
Aretha Franklin.
Okay.
Um, Amazing singers, and she just like,
Yeah,
and then later on, obviously, it's like Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston and people like that. So
sure.
I know they're her main influences. So
So
yeah, and then we like mash them all together.
yeah, yeah. So more of the American soul singers than the UK. I
Oh yeah,
guess. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah, for
Because I
sure,
know
man.
there's a whole scene, or there was a whole scene over there in like
Mm.
the '60s 50s and
Yeah,
60s of soul singers in
yeah.
England. Um,
I think if you think of the greats of soul,
yeah,
I think
yeah,
you've got to talk like Aretha Franklin and Whitney
yeah,
Houston and people like
yeah,
that.
sure.
And whether it's a case of they were most on our radar here,
Yeah,
for instance,
sure.
I don't know. Maybe they were, or maybe that because they were the best. I mean, they were fantastic singers, weren't
Yeah,
they? So you just go to who you're drawn to, I suppose.
yeah, sure. I mean, I love Sam Cooke. I think his
Oh yeah,
voice, man, just good Lord.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh
just, yeah, just I could listen to him sing. I could
yeah.
listen to his records for a month and not get tired of it just because his
Oh,
voice is so, man. Yeah.
most
Um,
definitely.
so do you guys have something coming out at the end of May? Is that right?
Yeah. We got our
Okay.
brand new album on the 29th of May, Rhythm, Rust and Static. That is out, and we've recorded it as a three-piece.
Okay.
And it's the tour that we're going to be doing or starting at the end of July.
Okay.
Um, so it's quite exciting time actually, because when we've recorded before, we've always recorded either as a duo or as a four-piece. So this
Okay.
is or a six-piece actually. The last two albums were a six-piece, but this last album, yeah, and the reason being we lost a friend of ours. It was an amazing guitarist. He was only 27,
Oh man.
and
Sorry.
yeah, mate, yeah, it was hard,
Yeah.
but he was majorly influenced by Joe Bonamassa, and they
Okay, sure.
a bit of a relationship as well.
Yeah.
I think he was a bit of a mentor to Matt, and we were fortunate enough to be asked to do a tribute album, lots of different artists, and we were asked to do one of his songs, one of Matt's songs, and we did it, Soulbreaker, and it was a stripped back version, kind of what we do,
Mhm.
and we recorded that as a three piece, and that was really the main influence of this next album that we've done, Rhythm, Rust and Static, and it was like, man, that was so good, what a great song.
Yeah.
We'd love to write something in that vein. So that's what we did. And yeah, um, yeah, it's a real privilege, like I say, to be part of that album, and then to be influenced by Matt in that way, to record an album for ourselves in that way. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So
Right on.
29th
Well,
is the release date. The pre-order is
okay.
still up as we speak. So
Awesome.
yeah,
What
exciting.
what was that tribute album called? Do you
Ah,
remember?
yeah, I know. I knew he was going to ask me that. No, I've
Sorry.
completely. I'm sorry. I've completely
Oh,
forgotten the name of the album. But
no worries.
the actual song that we did was Soulbreaker. I know that.
Okay,
But
cool.
yeah, I forget the name
So
of that.
people could look for the name of the band and Soulbreaker
Yeah. So
and
if they look
find
for
it.
Catfish,
Okay.
that was Matt's band,
Okay.
and yeah. So the latest
Awesome.
album that's come out.
Okay, cool, man. And how would you describe the sound on this new album?
Well, I for me, I feel like it's going back in time a little bit for us, like when we first did our first EPs. So it's like it's a bit more stripped back. It's a lot more bluesy. So we're going back to blues like we did with the first couple of EPs,
Yeah.
um, but it's with a lot more bite. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Even
Yeah.
if I do say so myself.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
there's already
I love it. I think it's great.
yeah, and there's already plenty of bite. So
Yeah, man.
man, like
Yeah.
like I said, Grace's voice is just
Mm.
man, she's got a hell of an instrument.
Oh, for
Man,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I think she's world class. I really do.
Yeah. Right on.
I'm biased. I'm her husband, but
Yeah, but still, I mean,
yeah.
I'm not, and I'll tell you, she sounds amazing, man. Um, so you guys you said you're gonna go out on tour in July. Do you have any dates lined up or anybody who you're gonna be playing with when you guys hit the road or
Yeah, no, it's our own tour, and
okay,
this is another thing about being independent. We've literally independently set up our own tour.
cool.
It's all around the UK. Um, so, and like I say, it kicks off in Colchester, our hometown, as in Essex, um, on the 23rd of May, and then it carries on from there. And we just literally travel around the UK. Yeah, and it's our first tour with our baby as well. So
Yeah.
it'll be
So he's
interesting,
gonna,
man. It'll be interesting.
yeah. Is he gonna hit the road? Is that the plan?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man,
Baby's
awesome.
coming with. Yeah.
Okay. Good times. Good times, man. Um, you got a little I don't know, baby area set up in the van or whatever for him
Oh
to,
well, what we're going to do because
yeah.
we don't have a van. Well, we got a camper van, but we don't have a van like to take everybody. So what we're going
Gotcha.
to do, yeah, we're hoping to get a van that will accommodate everybody,
Yeah.
all the equipment as well. Excuse
Nice.
me. And then what we're going to do is get Airbnbs, and so we'll have
Oh,
a babysitter with us. When we're not there, the babysitter will be with the baby, and then that's I think that's the only way we can do it. To be fair.
yeah, for sure. Definitely, man. So, are there any plans? I mean, I know it's a big ask, especially with you guys being an independent act, but are there any plans to tour outside of the UK?
Oh,
Maybe come to
absolutely.
America, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we'd love to come back to the States.
Yeah,
We played there about 3 years ago, which was really cool.
yeah,
Um, and at the moment, we're just literally concentrating on this year. But
yeah.
as we're looking forward, we are in talks with somebody to come back to the States.
Awesome.
So for next year.
Awesome.
So yeah, so the talks are happening, and then also Europe as well.
Cool.
But yeah, like I say, the talks are ongoing. We're actually meeting some people fairly soon.
Awesome.
Um, that yeah, hopefully, cross fingers because we're dying to
Yeah.
come back. We absolutely
Yeah.
had a blast when we was over there. It was amazing. It was so cool.
Nice.
So yeah, can't wait.
Yeah. What's the reception like when you go outside of the UK, whether it's Europe or America or wherever? Because obviously you have a strong fan base,
Yeah,
home.
yeah,
What's
yeah. Yeah, well, that was great.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we weren't sure when we played in the States before, for instance.
yeah.
Um, and we were a bit nervous because we thought, oh no, what if they hate us? Like they don't like the sound and all this sort of stuff. And literally within the first, I don't know, 30 seconds, shall I say, of the very first song, all of a
Yeah.
sudden it was just like, whoa, and all these people were there, kind of thing. And it was like we got there's no word of a lie. We before we finished our set, we'd
Yeah.
sold out of all our merch.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So cool.
On the very first show, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, but it was great. And we had so many great comments and everybody was so welcoming. Like I say, we can't wait to come back and we desperately want to come back. So cross fingers and it all works out for next year.
Yeah, yeah. If you guys make it over here next year, I'll be there for sure.
Yeah, man, that'd be
Yeah.
great.
Hit the Midwest. And if if you hit Ohio or Indiana, anywhere in that area, I'll show up.
Yeah.
So
Oh, for sure.
awesome, man. Awesome.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm trying to stretch it out a little bit to see if Grace is gonna pop in, but
Ah,
man,
yeah, I don't know if she's. I think
it's cool, man.
yeah, I'm
I
really
totally
sorry about that.
understand. I'm a single dad, so yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't. She's not text me, so I don't know.
Okay.
I'm assuming she's not going to make it.
No worries, man. No
Unfortunately,
worries.
sorry, man.
Yeah. No, you're good, man. I appreciate you coming through and talking to me for a little bit.
Oh, I
Um,
appreciate this. Thank you.
yeah, of course. Uh, I'm trying to think of. I feel like, man, we talk so fast, but I feel like we hit most of the major stuff already. So okay, I got something because
Go on.
this is actually kind of cool. As an independent artist, right? The first time that you guys hit the charts
Yeah.
or heard your song, on the radio, which I assume has happened. What was that like, man? What was to know that you did that yourself?
Oh, uh, so I'll take you back to the moment straight
Yeah.
away. We were we were still in. I think we were still in lockdown when we first got played on the radio.
Okay.
And we were played on Planet Rock to start with.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and which was really cool.
Yeah.
Which is a massive, obviously, station here.
Yeah.
I think it is in the States as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But we got played on BBC Two radio as well, and it was
Nice.
Johnny Walker who was the rock show person who played us, and we
Yeah.
were actually doing a live stream at the time when it was being played. So it was like we were jumping up and down, and we're being played on the
That's
radio BBC
so
Two.
awesome.
And yeah, so that was really cool.
Yeah.
And when you said about the charts, I
Yeah.
mean, to be honest, we didn't think we stood a chance. We
Right.
really
Of
didn't,
course. Yeah.
because like I say, our streaming numbers are, but when we found out that I think we went in midweek, if I remember rightly, we went in at like number 4 or something, and
Yeah.
we were
Which is
like blown
insane.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
And then the very first time we charted, and then we hung on to the end to get a number 9. And the
Man.
very next album, we went in at number 2, I think it was, and we went down to number 4.
Yeah.
But to be in the top 10 on both albums, and then the top 5 in the second album, man, that's
That's
just
amazing, man.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Jeez,
Yeah,
man. Congratulations, dude. I can't even.
man.
That's so cool because I'm kind of a failed musician myself. So like it's just amazing to like, man, it's awesome, man.
I don't think anyone's a failed musician, man. If you love
Yeah,
music,
well, I
you love
didn't
music.
reach the heights that I wanted to reach, so we'll just say. But, you know.
What did you do?
Oh, well, I'm a singer and a songwriter. I wrote
Nice.
probably 300 songs. And yeah, I started writing seriously when I was about 14. I wrote until I was in my early 30s, and then I haven't written anything serious in a long time since then. But I was in
Oh,
like three or four different bands, just nothing ever really panned out, man. I recorded one single, but it was back in. I put it on MySpace. Like that's how long ago it was.
wow.
And
Yeah,
then yeah, and now it's gone because MySpace wiped out all the music profiles pretty much.
yeah.
So yeah,
You need
but
to get your music back out there, man.
I know, man. I
Oh,
know. I've
dude,
been
you gotta do
trying
it.
because
You
I've
gotta
still
do
got
it.
all the songs.
Yeah.
My voice isn't quite where it was back then, but yeah, there's still always a chance.
Fine wine, though, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Gets
exactly,
better with age.
exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
man. So I don't know if do you know J.R. Richards? Do you know who he is?
No, I don't.
Okay, so he sang for Dishwalla. Um, and he lives in England, and he's in kind of a similar situation as you guys. Uh,
Right.
his his wife and him, she's an artist too, and they formed a management company. And now he puts all his stuff out independently, has pretty successful tours. But
Nice.
man, his voice still sounds. He's almost 60 at this point. His voice still sounds like it did in 1995. So
Wow.
that's yeah. He was supposed to be on the show this morning, but he had kind of a something happened. Something, yeah. His wife had an injury, so he didn't make it.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Okay. Yeah,
but
fair. Yeah.
it was weird that I set you guys ended up falling on the same date because it's like there's a lot of parallels, and I was
Yeah.
kind of looking forward to talking to both of you on the same. But sorry, I'm going off a little. I don't even
That's
know.
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I think my listeners at least will probably want to know a little bit about my life. So there you go.
Yeah.
If
I
anybody
mean,
else does,
I think it's awesome. I mean,
yeah.
you look like you should be putting your music out there, man. You know
All
what I
right,
mean?
on man. I
It's just got
appreciate
a
it, man.
passion for it. I can feel it from you.
Yeah,
It's there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just you hear the stuff that's on the radio, and this was me anyway.
Right.
I would hear the stuff that was on the radio, and I would go, I can top that. Like
Yeah,
that's
man.
how I felt, and I would
Nice.
try to write these songs that like could be played on the radio, but were maybe a little more clever or a little heavier, or just something. I don't know. And
Yeah.
that was that, and I've always wanted to write like heavy pop music.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that was just what I wanted to do. I mean, I was influenced as a kid by Jan and Dean and the Monkees
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah,
Love them.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then when
Yeah.
I got older, hip hop and hard rock, and In Excess. I loved In Excess. So it's
Yeah.
just
Great.
like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's kind of what my music sounds like, I guess.
It's funny actually. I was only listening to a bit of In Excess today.
Yeah. Oh man, I love
Oh.
that band. That's the
Yeah.
first cassette I ever bought with my own money was Kick.
Oh,
So
right. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's great album, man.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, I think we'll probably. I didn't mean to eat up the last bit of the show with me
Oh,
talking.
cool. Oh, cool.
But yeah, if there's anything, I mean, I think we covered a lot of stuff, but
Yeah.
where can people find you? How can people get a hold of your music? If
So,
there's anything else you want to talk about, man, the
yeah.
floor is yours.
Come find us on at When Rivers Meet. We're all the platforms. If you want to come to our shop, and if you want to pre-order the next album or see what we've got going on, previous albums and stuff like that. Yeah, it's When Rivers Meet. Just type it in the, and you'll find us. We're everywhere, or trying to be.
Awesome, man.
So
Very
yeah,
cool.
that'd be really cool.
Very cool, man. So yeah, tell Grace I said hello and congratulations.
Thank you
Um,
very much. I will.
thank you so much for coming on the show, man. This has been fun. I hope we didn't
Yeah,
blow through everything too fast. I feel like, but it was a good time, man. It was great talking to
yeah,
you.
it's
All right,
brilliant.
yeah,
Really
so
appreciate it.
appreciate you, man. All right, and yeah, so I want to go ahead and thank When Rivers Meet and thank Aaron for coming through. I want to thank Nate, my producer. Still learning the ropes, man, but we're getting better every week. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for stepping up and helping me out with this. And I want to thank everybody who listens, man. We've been doing this almost 2 years at this point, and it's a good time, man. I appreciate it. Continue supporting independent artists and things that you love, man. And we'll be back next week with more Most Excellent Entertainment. All right.